also going to go through the Overwatch shop. I know, very two non-coinciding factors. In case people are actually here for the shop, we'll go through that first, and then I'm going to discuss the future of the channel and what the plan is. So, this week's shop seems pretty uneventful. Mob Boss, Junker, Queen. How do the weapons look? My gun actually looks alright. Her knife looks decent. Axe is okay. I don't know, it's really plain. I mean, it has its little ornate details here and there. It doesn't look like a bad skin, but again, this is the equivalent of 20 USD, so I wouldn't buy that for 20 USD. Or 20 of any currency, really. Kabuki name card. Hello, welcome. First responders, well, that's actually kind of nifty, but... Not worth it. Just for you. Nothing super great there either. Some really odd bundles, okay. Seems like they just filled the shop with a bunch of arbitrary stuff. This is the only thing I think is actually kind of decent, is the Kabuki Ramatra. He looks pretty good. He's just an epic. You get a Kabuki Weapon Charm Master, which is pretty nifty. You actually get the name card that they're selling separately.
Eyes royal with the fury of a detonating star.
Obviously, Ramatra's voice actor kills it. But yeah, the Zarya skin is still in there. For not much longer. I don't know for how much longer it's going to be in there, but I know that they're taking it off pretty shortly here. So if you were interested in this, then go for it. Otherwise, yeah, pretty much just business as usual. Nothing super crazy. Only thing I'd actually advise getting is the Ramatra bundle. Sit there and ask, oh, 15 bucks for this. Not worth it, but it is what it is. I think it's a pretty cool skin. Yeah, he just looks cool. It's a decent epic. I don't know. Okay, so regarding the future of the channel, because... Let's get out of the theme music. Yeah, as many of you have probably noticed, I'm just not really streaming as much anymore, and that's because as things currently stand, my life is kind of too hectic to accommodate streaming. And as much as I enjoy it, you know, it's not really sustainable. Like, I have to ask myself, like, the 3 to 5 hours I spend playing games, even if it's just like an hour or two, is that worth more than doing something else? And as much as I love, like, hanging out with you guys and stuff like that, it's just, at the base of it, I'm probably gonna have to start cutting video games out. Because games like Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, even with, like, the Battle Pass and stuff, like, it's not a really sustainable model. So I figure I might as well just start cutting it out now, and, you know, be transparent with it. I'd rather just not fade into obscurity, which, I mean, pretty obscure as it is, but for the few people that do hang out and spend time on stream, I always really did appreciate you guys' you know, presence and stuff like that, and yeah. But it's just, it's not sustainable at the end of the day. I don't know, kind of a mentality shift on my part. Maybe I'm taking it too seriously, I don't know, but it's just, yeah. I'm probably not going to be playing very much Overwatch in the future. Season 5 onward, I'm probably not going to be buying the battle passes. Hello. Welcome, welcome.
What's up?
I was just going over the future of the channel. I'm probably just not going to be streaming as much, if, again, I don't know. I'm sure I'll come on here and there, but, like, yeah, I can't see myself buying the Season 5 Battle Pass, like, the new heroes and all that. It's just, it's too grindy, it takes up way too much time, and, personally, energy.
Oh, how come?
Just life, honestly. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I have to get things situated myself. I have to figure out what it is I want to do, and all that fun stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. So I figured we had a little tight-knit community here, so in case any of those people do happen to come by the channel or anything like that, it's like, I figured I'll just let you know. We do have enough for one final golden weapon. I did a random wheel, and it was Ramatra, so there's the Ramatra golden. We got it. So mission complete.
Not pleasant to hear, but I respect your choice.
Yeah, I know. And of course I can still talk to the people who I, you know, hung out on stream, like Star. obviously, we will still maintain our friendship and whatnot outside of streams. It's just, I don't know. And again, it's not like an indefinite thing. If I can get to a point in my life where I just feel like it's more sustainable to stream, and I have that time and that leverage. But like right now, I don't know. Half the times I stream, I feel like I'm super low energy, and that's just not really the type of thing I want to bring to the table. And that's still just kind of how it is. I don't know. But I mean, again, it's not anyone in particular's fault. It's just my own personal circumstances.
Would you still play single-player games like, say, Soma if you can?
I mean, I don't see why not, yeah. If I do have free time, I still wouldn't mind playing single-player games if there's, like, nothing else to do, but... yeah. I don't know. It's just... I don't know. I have big decisions I need to make, and I won't be able to stream for a bit in any case, so I just figured I'd let you guys know. Won't get into the specifics, but it kind of, I don't know, just I guess a heads up is the best way I can put it. But yeah, here we'll play one game just for old time's sake. We'll do one random comp match and we'll call it good. Kind of say our hellos and whatnot to the rest of the people if anyone comes by. But how about you, Star? How are you doing other than this?
Okay, well guess I am the only one that won't upload stuff going forward on Saturday.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I remember you mentioning that.
Not.
But I mean, yeah, let me clarify for you, since we do talk a lot outside of the streams. I will still be there to, you know, chat and whatnot. Even on Discord, like the community Discord's there. If anyone ever like needs anything, I'll be there. But like the streams themselves, probably not gonna continue very frequently in the near future. I mean, again, if it comes down to it, and I'm just completely got nothing else to do, and just like, you know, hey, might as well stream some Overwatch. If I have nothing else to do, then I can do that. Because they're going into summer break, so it's possible, but I don't know. Life just feels kind of stuck right now. I'm not trying to sit there and use this as a therapy platform and blast spiel all over everyone, but it's just... I don't know.
I know what is it like, not playing DVD.
You know, I mean, yeah, absolutely. You kind of get where I'm coming from. And those are usually the games that I end up streaming, so it's... I don't know. We'll go base skin. I haven't played Overwatch in quite a while, so... Like since the last stream, which...
We will have peace at any cost.
And we also have Golden Fist.
Victory from your grasp.
I do wish the gold went up to his forearms, but it's okay. Mr. Big Ol' Revolutionary here. Love him. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't pray for Rico, but I shall get her gold last.
Alrighty. Yeah, I did a wheel between Kiriko and Ramatra, and Ramatra ended up winning the little whole thing. Oh, really? Who's this dude? Supports there. Alright. Freaking sweet. I love Genji. I was referring to Symmetra, but yeah. Literally hate Symmetra players. So stupid.
My ultimate is charging.
So if Soma goes on this couch, shall I show you?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And don't take me wrong. I mean, we're still gonna be, you know, friends and whatnot. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, they go Sojourn. See? Happily take a Sojourn over freaking Symmetry. Drop that Symmetry. Okay, I probably shouldn't be chasing the Genji this hard. We're gonna go back to the point.
Okay, you can always talk to me or ask to play between my usual time I play. Overwatch is more fun together.
Yeah, that's true, and I do appreciate that. Very nice. We have 142 subs. Shoot, I didn't realize I gained one.
You alright though?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just have to think. I don't know.
Attack the point. Attack the point.
This will not be won without sacrifice.
But I'm alright. Ultimately, I'll be alright. It's alright.
Work together and we'll make it through.
Is it about you mentioned on Instagram?
Kind of, yeah. It's still regarding that. I don't know.
I can protect you. I'm under fire.
Oh. Does that May put up a wall? I hate you. You literally hate me. God, it's not Symmetra, it's May. Really a bad start to this fight here. Yeah, take that, Poison.
Feels a tiny bit similar to my situation.
Yeah. I mean, it's just hard to make decisions. Like, that's inherently the only issue that there is right now, but it's like, I have to figure out what I want to do with my life and where I need to place my priorities, my energy, and all that stuff. And it's like the consequences of each of those actions. I don't know. Mantra, look at him. Look at Mantra do. You cannot be in front of their spawn though. Yeah, Bird, come on.
You are safe with me. Patience. Annihilation will come. Take everything from them.
This is so sad. Let's not get flanked from behind.
I'll always do what's best right for you.
I'm gonna die. Darn it. Shoot. Well, see, that's kind of the hard part, in my opinion, because it's like,
I am not beaten yet. Your miscalculations will cost you everything.
I guess a little tidbit of personal lore, but like, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, life is whatever we choose it to be. We give ourselves the purpose we want to have, and I want my purpose in life to be to help people, to be there and protect who I can. Maybe make other people's lives better than mine, or just make their lives better in general. Just help them the way I can, any way I can. And it's like doing that for someone like me, because truth be told, I'm relatively introverted, I'll be honest. So it's like those social interactions, that type of stuff, the things I want to do in life, like being a detective, all that, that's going to be a lot of socializing, a whole lot of different things, and it's going to be draining, without a doubt. Like long hours right off the bat, and then just everything culminated. I think when all is said and done, I have the satisfaction of doing my work, and at the end of the day, when I have like time to myself, the best thing I can do is just rest, recover, and repeat that cycle until hopefully I can make an impact on my community, wherever I am, or the people around me, whatever it may be. And that's pretty much just my thought process. But like, when there are other factors in that equation, again, I'm an introvert, so going into those situations, it's going to be draining. It's going to be an exhausting experience. And from, you know, past streams and stuff, it's no surprise that, I mean, obviously when anyone is tired or exhausted mentally, emotionally,
You sure
physically.
you want to do that though? It may be different once doing it.
Well, I mean, I have no choice but to try, you know. And I'm ready and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help the people that I can. And that's just what I want my life to be, whether or not, you know, I can make it into history books or whatever. Who knows? I don't know if I'll get that far. Ideally, it would be cool to be something of a symbol, of a pillar to anyone who just so happens to come across it, you know, just to be inspiring. Not me, myself, as the person, but more of a concept that can be embodied by other people. Just like, do the best you can, do the right thing, just be better for the people around you, you know. Just save people, be better for the world, like no matter the cost. Because truth be told, that is what it is. It's costly. And that's what it all comes down to, is like, I can't really sustain other facets of life if I'm as exhausted as I am. Like right now, working my garbage retail job, it's already exhausting.
Okay,
and that's
once detective, will that be it for being a content creator or gamer? Just asking.
I have no idea. Because the detective role, I'm not going to be able to get that for a while. Like, even once I actually get started, like right now, I'm not even close. Like, I'm not even in the same solar system of that. I would need to become a police officer. In order to be a police officer, I still have like a year of school, maybe a year and a half, maybe another 2 years. I don't know. Depends on how things go. But as it stands, I'm exhausted as it is. So it's like, I don't know. But I mean, that's kind of my thought process. Is like, that's what I want out of my life. That's what I want my legacy to be. Is just to inspire others to be better. Whether or not I succeed, I mean, hey, I can at least at the very end of the day say I tried.
If you're re-exhausted, then I don't know if it is right for you.
Well, that's kind of where a lot of different things come in. Because it's like, I'll have days where I'm not, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not even doing anything like that now. And that's kind of one part of it, is I'm not fulfilled in my life. It's hard. I think in order to have myself grow, I need to cut out any other everything. Like, only me, only my own ability, everything. Just, I think coming down to just me and the wire.
Just my honest opinion, rather not be like, yeah, go for it and awesome.
No, and I appreciate that. I think it's always good. It's always good to have more perspectives and other thought processes to view from. But I mean, no, obviously, if I'm exhausted, I wouldn't go for something like that, because that is a sensitive
But if you
job.
want to try, then I wish you the best.
I'm just exhausted right now. I think once I can actually start doing things that feel like they matter in the world, then I think I'll be a lot better off. But again, it's all just testing the waters. But I mean, ultimately, probably be spending the best years of my life, like not really having groups of friends to hang out with, any people like that. Like instead of a regular old Friday, Saturday night on hitting the town or going out and doing fun things, I'd be dedicating my life to work and trying to make the world a better place, make the community a better place. I don't know. As much as I'd love to save the world.
It is
but...
sad for me to talk about this, just moving on.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to make anyone sad with it, but it's just my opinion with all this whole thing. But I don't know. It's hard trying to plan your whole life out because obviously things don't work out how we want them to. But I mean, all in all,
I mean, life just moves on.
No, yeah, and that's kind of what's hard about it. And I think I've spent my life up to this point just trying to rebuild the past that I had. Just remembering all the old friends that I've left and the old friends that have left me, vice versa. It's hard, and it's like probably never going to be able to recreate a lot of those friendships that I had, especially like going through high school and stuff. Like first couple of years of high school were fantastic. I was like really evolving as a person. But eventually those people, drifted away into their own path. And I get that, but I was still stuck in that past. As those people decided to move on and pursue their own dreams, I was still stuck, just trying to rebuild it, trying to cling to it with everything I had. But I mean, eventually I stopped evolving as a person, and it just kind of became stagnant and stuck. But it's like, everything else culminated with who I am as a person. It's probably best not to expand any further, just make everything manageable. But that's why it's hard. Because it's like, obviously we all want to be happy personally.
I hope that don't happen to us, but anything could happen. I cling to so I can relate for a lot of your situations, and as an introvert.
I mean, I'll be there. I mean, it's a matter of taking the time out, because there are a couple of friends that I've left behind just because I never made time for them, and I'm trying to restore those relationships, and I kind of can. It's there. There's kind of a base level. So, I mean, to the best of my ability, I'll make sure we can stay in contact and all that, because you're a friend. I've made a friend through doing all this, which is awesome. So I can't really complain there. But you don't have to worry about that. To the best of my ability, I'll try to keep in contact. There's no plan to cut that off anytime soon, so don't worry about all that. But it's just all that different stuff. Like, one half of me just really wants to get to retirement age and go do all the fun things, whatever. But it's like, at the end of the day, I need to ask myself, if I really truly want to make a difference in the world, I need to dedicate myself entirely. Like, I can't have workarounds and whatnot, this, that, and the other. Like, no excuses. It's just me and the goal that I have. And if I have to work to that goal till the day I die, then I'll do that happily. But there are other facets of life that I'll have to cut out in order to achieve that goal. But it's like, that's kind of what the hard part is. I don't know why, but I'm a very all or nothing person. So it's like, either I do everything or I do nothing. And I don't know why. That's just one of my little character flaws. We all have them. But it's just like, I genuinely do want to make the world a better place. And I've gotten so much feedback from other people, and trying to like just talk to people and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be a cop, a detective eventually. They're just like, oh, well, that's a broken system. You're just feeding a broken system. And it's just like, what system in this world isn't broken? You work as a retail worker. You're just making the pockets deeper for the millionaire at the top of that little pyramid scheme. If you freaking... There's so many different perceptions, and there are evil people out there, regardless of what profession you choose, of whatever it is you do in life. There's always going to be an evil half of it, but all you can do personally is just try to be that better half. Try to fuel the brightness in the world, We live in dark times. We live in a place that can be very dark, but I think on the equal side.
Yeah, well, I hope you do make a difference from that system.
I do as well. I genuinely do. And I hope that if I decide that that system isn't for me, then I can get out as soon as I realize that, and I can pursue other dreams. But it's like, if I ever do have to make a massive career jump like that, I really don't want anyone else to be bogged down. If I have to return to school, I have to sit there and grind extra hard before I hit my 30s or whatever. Truth be told, I'm 20 years old right now. I've done not much with my life. I've got a high school diploma. I'm working through college. Hate to dox myself here, but I mean, that's just the truth of it. Grand total, in 20 years I've been alive, I think I've only ever saved one single person. I think I've helped people along the way. I've been able to help people, but there's only one person I saved, and it was this little kid drowning in a pool, and I was like 12 years old, and no adults are watching him. So I saw him sink under the water. He didn't come back up for 10 seconds. I went and grabbed him. Turns out he couldn't swim. He shouldn't have been in the deep end. So to this day, that's all that my life has ever accounted for. As to whether or not that kid would have been saved if I was there, I don't know. There were no adults that were really tending to this random child that was swimming when he shouldn't have been.
That's good on you.
Yeah. But, I mean, ultimately that's the only thing I've ever done, I feel. Not to say that the sole value of a person is who they can and can't help, but, like, personally, for me, like I said, that's why I'm a firm believer in you get to choose your own destiny. You get to choose what it is you want to do or how you do it, whatever, period. I'm not some philosopher, but I also just hate the idea of being nihilistic and saying that there's no point to anything. I think the key idea of it all in the universe is, like, you get to choose what you have. That's the liberty of consciousness and making your own choices. Because quite frankly, if you can't make your own choices for yourself, then you may as well be dead, as much as I hate to say that. Like, if you can't live your own life, then there's no
I just want to enjoy my life too.
That's the hard part, because it's like, I would love to be able to go out and party and have all these friends and do all this wonderful stuff, have a family someday, be a great father, but it's like, what if I do that and I'm also simultaneously trying to pursue the life that I want to live? Because then what? I have a son, I have a daughter, I have a significant other that I sit there and I leave behind while I'm sitting there working 12-hour shifts, freaking double shifts, I don't know, whatever it may be. And being a detective, you're going to be directly interacting with people who are criminals or outright criminals. And even as just, a beat cop, you still have that possibility. And it's like one bullet can end everything. If you sit there and you build up a family, you have a significant other, you have a child, and something goes wrong, especially in a field like that, where it's very possible, it's not unlikely that there can be significant injury or, death, whatever it may be. And it's not like I don't understand that that's a factor. I completely understand a factor. That's why it's hard to make this decision. And ultimately, you're going to make enemies doing things like that.
Yeah,
So
I don't like the sound of that at all.
I mean, yeah, it's hard, but I think ultimately it'll do good. And if it doesn't, I can jump ship. Because with the credentials that I'm planning on getting, I can also become a psychologist or, a therapist or anything like that. And if I can...
It's hard indeed.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't want to have this family and try to, like, manage these two different lives that I want to live, and then one life just takes over. Like, if, worst case scenario, I'm a beat cop, right? Freaking 3 years into the force. Try to go to a traffic stop. This guy that I'm pulling over is a freaking wanted criminal. He's armed. He's dangerous. He's like, if I get caught, I'm going to jail. I'm going to shoot this cop so I can maintain my freedom. So I get shot, probably severely injured. Could be wounded, never work again a day in my life. Or I could just die. And then anything that's on the planet just is not my problem anymore, quite frankly. I'd rather not pin that on somebody else. Is that specific situation very likely? Probably not. I think that that's really unlikely. I'd like to believe so. But it's not impossible. But it's just like in that snap of a finger. I mean, obviously there are, tragedies all over the world every day at any time, and it's always possible. I mean, that's just the cost of living is on the same side as any tragedy can happen. You can lose your life doing anything, but it's like with this, I'd rather not drag people through the mud if I get injured or if I get wounded, and it's likely. So I mean, that's just where I'm standing, and it continues to eat me up inside, and it's just like I don't know what the right decision is. I'm kind of caught between what my heart desires and what I want to accomplish, because at the end of the day, if what I want to do is make an impact on the world, or maybe leave a legacy behind that can inspire other people to do good things, then I'll have to do that. I'll have to be relentless in that approach. But I could be completely wrong. Maybe being a cop is just a horrible, monstrous piece of a much larger system. And if that's the case, then I'll do anything and everything in my power to fix that system. If I have to do it from within, if I have to do it from outside, if I have to do it alone, whatever it may be, I will do what's needed. At the end of the day, my life, I want so badly to have an impact outside of itself. And that comes at a cost of probably making enemies.
Trying not to get emotional, haha. I wish that will never happen to you. Please be safe once you're a cop.
And again, obviously, this is all very unlikely stuff. I mean, this is just me, my mind spitballing. This is how I think. It's a chaotic mess of chaos. It's just a lot of overthinking. But in my mind, I'd rather play it safe. If I have to be alone the rest of my life for the sake of nobody else getting hurt, I will happily take that any day of the week. And that's my logic. But on the other side of that, my heart is just like, wow, no, you can't do that. You cannot be alone. But again, I genuinely think I can only grow if I'm alone from this point forward. I need to stop clinging on to the past, and I'm sure there's other ways to go about it. I'm sure I have other issues outside of this alone. But at the end of the day, I know who I am. I know what flaws I have, and I don't think I can bring any more people down. Because there have been a lot of people that I've let down in my life, and I don't want to keep that up.
You won't always be alone.
Well, I know. And that's the thing is, there are other people in the world who feel alone like that, and I would like to be that pillar for them. Because I think about that, and I'm like, there are a million other people in my position, and they don't have help. They don't have a hand to reach out back to them. You know what I mean? There are people who are just so desperately crying and begging for something, for someone, anything, anyone, to just try and save them from whatever dark pit they're in. And that's why it's so hard to figure out how to solve that. I can't just like auto input my freaking existence into these random people's brains and just try to make the world a better place. And one argument I've gotten is that I sound like a narcissistic psychopath because it all comes back to me. No. Not to say that I myself as a person am individually special or meant to save the world or whatever. No, that's not what I'm saying. But if something were to be done about it, it would have been done already. I can't do this alone, that's for sure. So, I mean, maybe as I go through life, I can compile people who have the same values as I do, and we can try to bring our minds together to make something, make a program, make a team, maybe make a whole new movement to advocate, to do things to make the world a better place. I don't know. I'm just one speck of dust in the grand scheme of the universe. So, I mean, who knows, but I want to make those people who are out there who feel alone, I want to make them feel a little less like that, and I don't know how to go about that. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to figure out what the right path is, and I think that's been the hardest part about it, is I kind of flip-flop through all of these different things. Like initially
Just
I want...
know I got your back.
As I do yours, and I do appreciate that. I don't know. It's hard. Because initially I wanted to be a firefighter, and as noble a profession as that is, I feel like there's not... It's very specialized. Like what you do is very rescue, hands-on. But I'll play devil's advocate. I'll be like, okay, just as equally as cops are evil in a broken system, firefighters are saving people just to put them in hospitals and to leave them with medical bills that'll make them wish that they had died, whatever tragedy it is they faced. So it's like everything has its downsides. I I don't know. I think people just like to find the coolest new thing to hate. But who knows? What are we missing? What? What am I missing here? Wasteland souvenir. What
Do you
the
have any dreams?
dreams? I mean, my dream is to help people, to save people, to make the world a better place. I mean, that's what I'm fighting for, is my dream. My goal is to make those dreams a reality, to make the world a better, and maybe just a little brighter of a place. Because I know there's only so much that one person can do. Don't take me wrong. I'd love to save the world, but that's just not going to happen. Like, just point blank, that's just not going to happen. No one guy can save the world. There's so many different issues in my country, let alone the entire world. You have third world countries that are ran by evil people who only seek greed and
my
power.
dream is less interesting and live in Japan, haha.
That's still an awesome dream to have. Don't let some other idea of someone else's dreams. There's no comparison there. Your dream is yours and mine is mine. I think that's a fantastic dream to have. I think that will give you your journey through life. And I say with full confidence, excuse me, that you'll be able to achieve that dream. Some things are hard. Sometimes we just draw a bad hand. Sometimes we're given bad hands from the start. I think it's just a matter of trying to make do with it, trying to play around all of it, and defy every expectation that's placed on us, defy every preconceived notion, every assumption. Favorite little thing I've always told myself since I was a kid, because I did have a little rough growing up, but we're not going to get into all that. I don't need the sob story 1 million. But it's like, for every person that drags you down, prove them wrong. That was
But
kind of
at
it.
the same time, I still want to be in contact with people that been by my side.
No, of course, yeah. That's the best way to go about it. It's hard to go through life alone. You don't have to go through life alone, but I think it's sometimes most advantageous for some people to take that route.
And I agree with your quote.
But yeah. Yeah. If you really want to take the challenge, I guess we'll do a little My Hero Academia reference. There's a character named Endeavor, and he fills the spot of the #1 hero. He takes over. Spoilers. And all this pressure is placed on him. He's not the same, bright, shining pillar of peace that the previous #1 hero is. And he makes a speech, and he just says, "Just watch me." And then eventually he proves that he can do the things. And obviously these are fictional characters, so it's hard to make that parallel into reality. If I had superpowers, things would be a lot different. Let me say that now. That is for freaking certain. You already know I'd be out there like Spider-Man trying to save the entire freaking planet. But, yeah. Prove them wrong. I don't know. For those who believe in you, prove them right. Anyone else, they can just watch. But I don't know. We're going to leave it at that. I don't want to get too much more crazy. So yeah, guys, that was the Overwatch shop. Very cool. Overall, 2 out of 10. Don't spend your money on Overwatch. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah. Obvious star as usual. I'm always here if you need me. Anyone else, you know the Discord. Go follow the links if you ever need a place to hang out or people to talk to. Got a little...
I want to help people too as well.
And I'm sure you will, and I'm sure you do in your own way. We all just have to find our footing. It doesn't help that I've never been particularly good at anything. Like, I kind of just, I don't know. I have like these millions of hobbies. I like to play card games. Back in high school, I used to friggin' do this, that, and the other. And it's like I've never been like stand outish at anything ever. Like academics, if I really applied myself, sure. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, I'm fighting for a grade that I don't even need to fight for. If I get my C, I pass, so I'm good. I don't know. I mean, this is obviously isn't the last stream, but it's definitely going to probably gradually get dimmer and dimmer. But again, I'll always be here if you guys need me. If anyone else stumbles upon the stream and I've never met you before, you just, you know.
You're a good person, badass good enough. Well, this may be the last time being here. Take care, Blue. Be safe, and I am always here.
Ditto.
For a little while.
Take it easy. And obviously, through your journey, I'll be there as well. But for the rest of you guys, take it easy. Go achieve your dreams. And have yourselves a good one. Stay safe out there.